E3 dies right now. So earlier this evening, Sony put on a State of Play. What is a State of Play, you might ask? It's this.
State of Play returns, and we've got some great PlayStation updates to share with you today. And thanks to Capcom for kicking it off with Resident Evil 4, coming to PS5 with PlayStation VR2 content also in development.
It's the kind of thing I like. I hate using their nomenclature, their branding. It's a video showcase. The thing is, Sony has different kinds of video showcases. State of Play is usually more casual. A PlayStation showcase is usually this thing, where Jim Ryan comes in and just reads a bunch of words he doesn't believe off of a teleprompter.
We always love the opportunity to speak directly with our community.
So today's thing being announced less than a week ago and premiering now this week before the big E3 type shows. Interesting timing. Was it coincidental? Is this going to be a big deal? Is this going to be a little deal? We didn't know coming into it, and then it turns out it's a big deal. It was a big deal. 3 of what I consider the biggest trailers of the year happened during this low-key, non-E3 State of Play. Those being Resident Evil 4, Street Fighter 6, and Final Fantasy 16. So Resident Evil 4, okay, these are my 3 most exciting trailers. This is actually not a good trailer. Structurally, functionally. If you've never played Resident Evil 4, there's not a lot going on here for you. I don't know which scene sticks out to you as something you've never seen before and something you're truly intrigued by. But this trailer did something very interesting that I don't know if I've ever seen before. It started off, the very first thing you see is the game's release date. The release dates belong at the end of the trailer, and for the record, they did that too. But that's why this whole trailer is sort of tailor-made to this particular announcement. Because one, it's inherently less exciting for there to be a Resident Evil 4 remake. Resident Evil 4 is the 3D Resident Evil that created, or at least popularized, the third-person camera perspective we still use to this day. It's not as much of a leap as, Resident Evil 2 or 3. So it's inherently less exciting than those kinds of things. And then also, less of a surprise. This leaked at least a year ago. People knew this was coming. And I guess even if you didn't read a leak, there was Resident Evil 2, 3, naturally 4 would come next. So what they do here is, to get you on the edge of your seat, to get you excited, start off with a release date. It worked on me. That you have my attention here. Still, overall, this trailer's a D. Street Fighter 6 had a great trailer. Guess when I gasped? Yep, right here. That's it. What? The thing is, this sparks the imagination in a way that's like, we already know. Are you sure you can a box? I know what this mode is, and it is exactly what I want to do. You're exploring Metro City, which more than ever is just New York City, as a brawler that presumably you create. Imagine this guy in overalls and a cool space shirt, bro. Street Fighter 6 seems to be what is communicated through this trailer, a game that I will play for more than one weekend. Yeah, I want to see, look at this. I want to see this right here, right? This evil box person is beating someone up. We go up to that person like, do you want to brawl with me right now? And I want to fight you, and I'm going to press triangle to throw a fireball. You heard that right. Downright right punch, if you must. Triangle? Yeah, buddy. For me, a person who has never been good at any fighting game, it is so exciting to see some of the things that they're at least attempting to do with Street Fighter 6. And really, the trailer itself, in its edits, in its music and noise, just has more energy than anything else in this entire show. This is an A. And then, of course, Final Fantasy 16, which came as no surprise to me to see as this show. This was the easiest possible lock. After all, this game is coming out this fall, so that's later than I expected. So yeah, if your release date is not good news, you can stick it right there at the end of your trailer. This is Final Fantasy XVI's second trailer. And it's not better than the first one. This is also not a very good trailer. It does the RPG trailer thing where it just kind of seemingly randomly selects some lines that have nothing to do with the action that's taking place.
That we may bring an end to the strife and found a new order to see us unto tomorrow.
I'd say as a trailer, it never really finds its footing. It seems like the editor is simply selecting the most exciting shots they can find without any real continuity or sense between it. There's this 30-second chunk that feels like if you just go to YouTube and type like Final Fantasy VIII All Summons, it's 30 seconds of that. Flashy, flashy, flash. But like what's the game here, brother? So by the time the trailer did end, at that point, I was no longer surprised to see summer 2023. Because the trailer that was presented did not show a game that's coming out in a few months. It showed a little bit of a game. And so really, I think the meaning of this trailer, the purpose of the trailer, is just, it was all just a very nice way of saying summer 2023. D+. Then combining all three trailers, we have a final grade of Dad+. Congrats, PlayStation. And before we go, I did want to make it clear that E3 season this year is 2 more shows. This is not Ubisoft and EA and Square Enix and Nintendo. It is next Thursday, June 9th. That's Jeff Keighley producing the Summer Game Fest show. That'll obviously be the subject of next week's Delayed Input. And then Sunday, June 12th, the Xbox Plus Bethesda Games Showcase. By the way, I bet Plus Bethesda gets 1 more year. Next year, it's just Xbox. You're Xbox now, Bethesda. Get used to it. And also, before we go, to be clear, I did like today's State of Play show. There were moments where I felt something close to giddiness, which is, E3 is not the same. Life is not the same. But this was nice. It was nice. Which is something, man. That is Delayed Input for this week. Thank you for watching. Welcome to Basic Takes State of Play.
Even for a second.
That's Ashley. That's the president's daughter.
State of Play returns.
Look at this. Keely's got his paw prints everywhere.
Let's see how special you are.
Oh, is this VR? Yeah, they know what they're doing. Step on me, mommy.
I'm Ben McCaw, narrative director at Guerrilla.
Yeah, more like macaw. Well, I did not see that coming. I hope there's a side quest where you're drinking milk out of a little dish.
So whatever you're holding on to right there, that's your old life.
Whoa, Dead Space called. Oh, it's from the creator of Dead Space? Alright. Is it Josh Duhamel? It is. It looks like him. It is. IGN said so? Hell yeah. My eye? It's not pink eye, but it is infected. No, I got eye drops with antibiotics in them. 2 weeks. Hell yeah.
I'm going to miss them.
Press R2 to hold hands? Trust me, dude. Don't.
Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, they changed the logo. It's a 6? And a 6. That fucking owns.
I unite the dominants.
2 naked backs. I see 2 naked backs. 2 naked backs. I see 2 naked backs. They probably just had sex, 'cause there's 2 naked backs. Imagine a Final Fantasy character having a mature sexual relationship that's probably a little healthy. I can't even imagine that. One time Cloud and Tifa have sex in the like grass and rocks beneath the airship, and then they show up and like people are like, what did you do? And I wonder if they'll do that in the remake, or if it's like, I don't know, is air an option now? Whichever you choose, I just don't think it'll be as slick as, just 2 little naked backs. This seems like a nice way to portray this kind of relationship.